Welcome to yet another edition of the Stats and Stacks podcast. For today, we're going over NFL Week 10, baby. It was an interesting week last week. Nothing fell right for anybody. Too many upsets going on. It's a thing of the past. We're moving on to Week 10, so not a lot of craziness going on. Hopefully, it seems like again we have the Thursday night game going on right now. Already craziness going on. Just continuing with the Dolphins beating the Ravens currently. We'll see what Lamar has in him. He's on my fantasy team, so I need him to pick it up a little bit, but we'll see what it is. All right, first game listed on here. We have the Falcons and the Cowboys. We have the Falcons. Oops. We have the Falcons as the dogs here. We have Cowboys to cover 9 points. Over under set at 54.5. It's a Cowboys game. Expect it. In all honesty, I'll probably take the Cowboys to win and cover. I think they're going to go blow out the Falcons. On a fantasy perspective, you're going to start Zeke. You're going to start Dak. I know they had a rough week last week, but shit happens. Start Zeke, start Dak, start CD, start Amari, fire them up. Falcons side, start Cordell and Kyle Pitts. Call it a day. Not a crazy matchup here. I actually don't mind the under here. I think 55 is a bit much here, but if Cowboys get hot, you never know. So actually, I'll take the under. Fuck it. I'll take the under. I don't know how much the Falcons are going to contribute here. So the pick is going to be the Cowboys. The bet's actually going to be the under and start your usuals when it comes to fantasy. Next up, we got the Titans versus the Saints. We have the Titans as 3-point home favorites. Saints dogs over under set at 44. I think the under is going to hit. And I also think the Saints are live dogs here. Something's just screaming. I know they're probably going to start Simeon over Taysom Hill again. Either whatever they decide to do, I would start Hill here. The Titans defense is not good. Their run defense is even worse. Like I would start Hill and just run the ball like crazy. I know Kamara is a little hurt right now, so that will make a difference. You need to see if he's going to play or not. Right now, if Kamara is going to play, I'll take the Saints as live dogs. It's going to be plus money. If Kamara is not playing, I'm taking the under. I think that under 44 is a lock. I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game at all. Henry and Kamara out. Yeah, right. So the pick is going to be the Saints for now. If Kamara's out, it might change. The bet would be the under. Fantasy perspective, I don't think there's a lot of value anywhere. You start Kamara if he's there. In a pinch, I know I have one league where I have no choice but to start Adrian Peterson. You can just in a hope for a score. You start AJ Brown, he'll kill it for the Titans. That's about it for the Titans. The Saints, I'm not starting anyone if Kamara's not playing. Kamara or bust. All right, and then the next game we have apparently a good team and the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Colts. Colts are minus 10.5 favorites. Over under set at 47.5. I believe that the game last week against the Bills dropped the line a little bit. I think the Colts should be bigger favorites. So give me the Colts at minus 10.5. The Colts are a lot better than what the 4-5 record shows. Jacksonville is ass. Yes, they beat the Bills, the big upset, probably the biggest upset of the year. However, the score was 9-6. It's not like they put up points. They put up 9 points. You do that against the Colts. I don't think lightning's going to strike twice where the Colts put up less than 9 points. So give me the Colts here. On a fantasy perspective, Jonathan Taylor is going to fucking eat. You can start Michael Pittman. You can even stream Wentz if you need to stream a quarterback this week. In regards to the Jaguars, I don't really like anyone there. If James Robinson plays, you can start him, I guess. You can try to start Marvin Jones. I know I have to in one league, but I'm not happy about it. So I don't really want to start any Jacksonville Jaguars in this matchup, in all honesty. So the pick is going to be the Colts and the Colts to cover. Over under, I'd probably say the over hits. I think it's going to be a backdoor cover with the over. All right, next game. Here's a live dog I do like. The Patriots at minus 2.5. Fuck out of here. Give me the Browns. Give me those brownies at plus 2.5. Over under set at 45. That seems pretty appropriate. Yeah, I think the Patriots are It's weird. I think they're underrated and overrated at the same damn time. I think they've been underrated all year, but now I think they're getting too much respect. We can't really figure out what to do with them. Their offense is not good. I love Damian Harris. I have him in every single one of my leagues. But he's not the greatest. Or I think I don't have him in one league, but so he's okay, and he's in concussion protocol. Stevenson in concussion protocol. I'm not trusting JJ Taylor and Brandon Bolden. I'm not trusting N'Keal Harry or Nelson Aguilar. I'm not trusting Mac Jones. The offense is not good. The Browns defense, also not the greatest. Their offense, they have a hurt quarterback. They have Nick Chubb on IR with COVID. I don't hate the under 45 and a half here, but I think all in all, the Browns are a team that finds a way to win. You want to talk about Bill Belichick, but this year, Stefanski is a great coach. Baker's not 100%, but he's enough currently. And they have a ton of weapons on that team. So I know it sounds peculiar, but I'm going to back the Browns all day here. And I will have a bet on them to win, probably Browns money line to get some plus money. Then the next game is a fucking bloodbath. We have the Buffalo Football Bills at -12 going up against the New York Football Jets. It's -12 because of that loss to Jacksonville. Otherwise, it would have been over 2 touchdowns. Give me the Bills. They're pissed. They are so mad that they choked against Jacksonville. So they are going to take it out on their rivals, the Jets. And it's going to be torturous. They're going to win by like 35 points. So I think that Bills over is a lock. Or Bills cover is a lock. Over under set at 47.5. I don't think the Jets can really contribute. So I'm actually scared of the over under. If the over under hits, it's probably going to be all Bills with all 47. So I'll take the Bills. And I'm so sorry. I did not go over fantasy for the last game with the Browns. You can start Dearness Johnson, in all honesty, if Chubb's out. Kareem Hunt will still be out. Peoples Jones is a long shot, but you can start him if you absolutely have to. And Jarvis. Patriots, if the running backs come back, you can start Damian Harris, and that's it. That's literally all I'm starting. Bills side for this game, I'm going to start Diggs. I'm going to start Allen clearly. If Zach Moss is out, you start Singletary. And I'm going to sit on Knox. I don't know if he's coming back yet, and even if he is, I'm going to sit on it a little bit. Jets side, I'm not starting a damn soul. It's going to be a bloodbath. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions going up against the Pittsburgh fake Steelers. That game just made me hate the Steelers even more last week. It's not really their fault. It's more or less the ref's fault, but they were affiliated with it, so there's just a disdain with them. Right now, the Lions have no wins. They tried everything they could. They just can't seem to get a win, even in close situations. They had a bye last week, and if they have one last hurrah to try to get a win, it is going to be this week off of a bye against a decrepit Steelers team. The Steelers have Najee Harris. They have Deontay Johnson. That's it. Chase Claypool is hurt. And they have Freiermuth. The Muth is good. He's very good. But Chase is hurt. Najee is now popped up on the injury report, so he may not even play. If Najee doesn't play, oh my God, give me the Lions all day. But I think this is going to be the shocker. I will have a bet on the Lions. I'll have some money on them. Why not? It's like plus 300. So the pick is going to be the Steelers. But the bet's going to be the Lions. Over under, I'll probably take the under. On a fantasy perspective, you can start Swift. And that's about it on the Lions. For the Steelers, you start Deontay Johnson. I think he's going to eat this week. If Najee does play, he's going to go nuclear. So you can start Najee. And that's about it. I'm not trusting Chase until he gets a little healthier. All right. Next game, we have the Buccaneers going up against the Washington football team. Buccaneers at -9.5. I don't think they're going to cover. Give me the Washington football team. They've looked like ass all year, but I don't know, man. It's something about Washington and the Buccaneers. I just feel like 9's a little too much. I think the Buccaneers are not what they were at the end of last year. They seem to pick it up at the end, but they haven't picked it up yet. So I don't think they're going to cover this 9.5. Over under set at 51. I think that's also too high. I'll take the under. I'm taking a lot of unders this week. Unfortunately, not a good thing for football, but maybe could be a good thing for our pockets. Fantasy perspective, we're going to take Antonio Gibson clearly. We're going to start Terry McLaurin clearly. You might be able to get away with Logan Thomas, but just coming off IR, not 100% to play. We'll see. I'll probably just stick with Gibson and McLaurin. Bucks, you fire them up. You start Evans. I know Godwin's a little banged up, so keep an eye on it. Brown, I think he's eligible to come back, but I haven't done a lot of research this week. I'll tell you that. In regards to Antonio Brown, you can start Brady. And you start Lenny. For whatever reason, Lenny's killing it this year. Fire up Lenny. I think Lenny's gonna have a really good game here. Then the next game we had the Panthers, the CMC-led Panthers, going up against the Arizona Cardinals. They're going to be without Sam Darnold. We don't know if it's going to be PJ Walker or Cam Newton. It should be PJ, and I think PJ is fine, but might be Cam. We don't know. So with that front, we had the Cardinals at -10.5. We don't know if Hopkins is going to play. Murray said he feels better and he should play. I think 10.5 seems like a lot, but I think they cover. They impressed me last week, so give me the Cardinals to cover. Over under at 44. Actually, just give me the over in general. I probably just like the over the best as a bet, so that's probably will be my bet is the over here. Fantasy perspective, you start CMC, you start DJ Moore, you call it a day. Cardinals, you start Nuke if he's playing. You start Kyler clearly if he's playing. You start James Conner. He's going to go off. He's guaranteed to score, so give me James Conner. And that's about it. Yeah, that's it for that game. Then the next game is probably going to be a really big fantasy valued one with the Vikings going up against the Chargers. Dalvin Cook is going to lose his fucking mind here. So I really don't know who to pick here. I have the Chargers at -3. I don't hate it. I understand they're the home favorites, but this game's going to be close, man. It's going to be very, very close. This is going to be a field goal game. But it's lined at a field goal. I'll take the home team with the Chargers, but I would not be surprised if the Vikings win here. Yeah, that's what we'll stick with. On a fantasy perspective, you're going to start Justin Herbert, clearly. You're going to start Mike Williams and Keenan Allen if you have them. You'll start Austin Eckler. Vikings, you're going to start Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. You could even stream Kirk to an extent, but again, the Chargers have a really bad run defense, so Dalvin should go nuts. Over-under set at 53. I think the over hits. I think that's one of the rare high-scoring games. Give me the over there. And on a pick, I'll take the Chargers, but I think you can start everyone. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game here. And then the next game, we had the Eagles against the Broncos. Why is this a game? Denver Broncos -3 favorites, I guess, or -2.5 favorites, I guess, just because they're the home team. I guess I'll take them. And you know what? I like the Eagles here. Give me the Eagles as live dogs. Why not? Over-under set at 45. I actually think the over hits here. I really do. On a fantasy perspective, I like Devontae Smith. I like Jalen, and that's it. I don't trust this RBB, this running back by committee. I don't trust it at all right now with the Eagles. Broncos side, the same thing with Javonte and Melvin. I don't like how much they're splitting. It's like exactly 50-50. You don't know which one's going to score any given week. I don't like that at all. But I'll start Sutton, I guess. I don't know. I really don't have a lot of starts here. I like Jalen. I like Devonta. That's about it. I really don't like anyone on the Broncos side at all. Not a lot of fantasy value there, but I think the over is going to hit, which is kind of weird. All right. And then the next game, we had the Seahawks going up against the Packers. Seahawks are dogs here. Russell Wilson should return here. Aaron Rodgers to be determined. He might return here. Packers -3.5 favorites. Over under set at 49.5. And I think the Seahawks are live dogs. Any game where they have Russell Wilson, they are liable to win. And it is 3.5. And I think that little half point is going to push me over towards the Seahawks. I could see this being a field goal game. And that's enough to cover for the Seahawks. So give me the Hawks. Give me the over if Rodgers plays. The under if he does not. Jesus. And give me all the Seahawks if it's Jordan Love. When it comes to a fantasy perspective, you can start Russ. You can start DK. You can start Lockett. I don't know what's going on with the ground game. If Chris Carson's playing, you start him. If he's not, it's okay with Alex Collins, but it's not the greatest. It's okay. Packer side, if Rodgers is playing, you start. You know what? You start Devontae irregardless. You start Aaron Jones regardless. And that's about it. You can get away with AJ Dillon if you have to. He's being utilized a ton, but it's not my favorite play. All right. Then the next game, we had the Chiefs going up against the Raiders. Good game here. Chiefs minus 2.5. I don't know. Road favorites minus 2.5. I'm not too certain. Yeah. Over under set at 52. In division, give me the under. In division games, I love taking unders, and it keeps paying off. So I'll take the under, and that'll probably be my bet. I don't really want to bet this game. The Raiders kind of have the Chiefs. They don't have their number, but it's always a very, very close game. So give me the Raiders here. Or sorry, give me the over or the under here. I do apologize. Fantasy perspective, though, you can still start Mahomes clearly. You're going to start Kelsey. You're going to start Tyreek Hill. And you can even start Darrell Williams here. For the Raiders, you can start no one. I really don't like them. I don't like you start Darren Waller and the rest is just untrustworthy. The receiving game's untrustworthy. You can start Hunter if you have to. He's been the most consistent, I guess. The running game is kind of a split. I don't like that. I'd probably start Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow. You can start Derek Carr. That's what you do. You start Derek Carr and you start Darren Waller and you call it a day with the Raiders. But if I'm betting the under here. And then lastly, we have the Rams and the 49ers on Monday night. I think the Rams are pissed off about what happened with the Titans on Sunday Night Football last week. So give me the Rams at -4. I think they cover. The 49ers over under set at 40. Does that say 49? I'll take the over. So I guess there's a lot of unders for the morning games and the afternoon games. I took a lot of overs. I'll take the over there. Rams side, if OBJ does not play, I think it's Van Jefferson week. I think he goes off this week. But if OBJ plays, cool it. Cooper Kupp, you start no matter what. Robert Woods, you can flex. Darrell Williams, you start. Matthew Stafford, you can stream. The 49ers, I don't like any of them. I really don't. I start George Kittle, and that's about it. Because I don't know if Ayuk or Debo gets the Ramsey treatment. I don't think it matters. I start Kittle, and that's it. And it's going to be a very interesting week, to say the least. I don't know. I don't have a lot of strong leans here, but that's a good thing. That makes for an exciting week. So we'll go ahead and we'll see what happens this week and move from there. So let's try to get some money. The picks will be up on Fridays and Saturday, or it's Friday or Saturday, over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Otherwise, keep a lookout. Link will be in the description, and let's get paid.